What if the biggest reason you avoid hard work isn't laziness, but the way your brain has been trained? Imagine waking up every day actually wanting to do difficult things instead of fighting yourself. It sounds impossible, but neuroscience says it's not. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how to rewire your mind so hard, work starts feeling rewarding instead of painful. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to enjoy working hard, while others struggle just to get started? The answer isn't talent, intelligence, or even discipline. It's how their brain has been trained. Right now, your brain is making thousands of tiny decisions that either push you toward success or pull you back into comfort. The good news? You can rewire those patterns. In today's video, you'll discover the psychology behind hard work, why motivation keeps disappearing, and practical strategies that make discipline feel natural. Stay until the end, because one mindset shift could completely change the way you work forever. The first thing you need to understand is that motivation comes after action, not before it. Most people wait until they feel motivated. They tell themselves they'll work when inspiration arrives. But motivation is rarely the starting point. It's the reward. Your brain releases chemicals like dopamine when it senses progress. Not before you begin. That means waiting for motivation is like waiting for a car to move before turning on the engine. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates motivation. So stop asking yourself, do I feel like working? Instead ask, can I do just 2 minutes? 2 minutes feels small enough that your brain doesn't panic. And once you start, continuing becomes much easier. Your biggest enemy isn't the work, it's the beginning. Winning the first 2 minutes often wins the entire day. Now here's something even more interesting. Your brain loves immediate rewards. Unfortunately, most meaningful goals have delayed rewards. You study today. The results come months later. You exercise today. The transformation comes later. You save money today. The freedom comes years later. Your brain struggles because it doesn't see the reward immediately. So you need to create one. Celebrate small victories. Check off completed tasks. Track your progress visually. Smile after finishing a difficult assignment. It may sound simple, but every tiny celebration teaches your brain something important. Effort equals reward. Over time, your brain begins craving the feeling of accomplishment more than the comfort of avoiding work. That's how habits are built. Now think about the stories you tell yourself. Words shape identity. Many people constantly repeat invisible sentences inside their minds. I'm lazy. I never finish anything. I don't have discipline. Your brain listens carefully. The more often you repeat those beliefs, the more your actions begin matching them. Instead, change the identity before changing the habit. Don't say, I'm trying to become disciplined. Say, I'm someone who finishes what I start. Don't say, I'm forcing myself to work. Say, I'm becoming the kind of person who enjoys challenges. This isn't fake confidence. It's identity training. Every action becomes evidence supporting the person you believe you are, and your brain always tries to stay consistent with your identity. Another reason hard work feels painful is because your brain sees uncertainty as danger. When you start something new, you don't know if you'll succeed. That uncertainty creates stress. Your brain interprets unfamiliar situations as threats. The solution isn't eliminating fear. The solution is making difficult things familiar. Repeat them again and again. The first workout feels uncomfortable. The 20th feels normal. The first speech creates anxiety. The 10th feels manageable. The first early morning feels painful. After enough repetition, it simply becomes your lifestyle. Familiarity reduces resistance. Consistency rewires comfort. Here's another mistake almost everyone makes. They depend entirely on willpower. Willpower is useful, but it's limited. Every decision drains mental energy. If every day you have to debate whether you'll work, you're wasting energy before you've even started. Instead, remove decisions. Create routines. Wake up at the same time. Work in the same place. Start with the same first task. Drink the same morning coffee. Play the same focus music. These small rituals become mental triggers. Eventually, your brain stops asking whether it's time to work. It simply knows. That's why routines outperform motivation every single time. Let's talk about dopamine. Many people think dopamine is the chemical of happiness. Actually, it's more connected to anticipation. Modern technology floods your brain with easy dopamine. One swipe, one notification, one video, another like, another another like, another message. Your brain becomes addicted to effortless stimulation. Then real work feels boring, not because work changed, because your brain's reward system changed. If you constantly feed yourself instant gratification, deep work starts feeling impossible. Reduce unnecessary stimulation. Spend less time switching between apps. Take short breaks without your phone. Allow your brain to experience boredom. Boredom isn't your enemy. It's the doorway to focus. When your mind stops expecting constant entertainment, concentration naturally becomes easier. Here's something successful people understand. Progress is addictive, not perfection. Many people quit because they expect immediate excellence. When they make mistakes, they assume they're not talented enough. But your brain doesn't need perfection. It needs evidence of growth. Every completed page, every finished workout, every difficult conversation, every small improvement builds confidence. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something your brain earns by collecting proof. Focus less on being impressive. Focus more on becoming consistent. Now let's discuss discomfort. Your brain avoids discomfort because it mistakes it for danger. But in modern life, discomfort usually means growth. Feeling nervous before presenting an idea? You're growing. Feeling tired after learning something difficult? You're growing. Feeling challenged during a workout? You're growing. Start changing the meaning of discomfort. Instead of thinking, this means my brain is adapting. That single shift changes everything. Pain stops being the signal to quit. It becomes the signal that you're improving. One of the fastest ways to love hard work is to make it personal. Never chase goals that belong to someone else. If you're working only to impress people, your motivation won't last. If you're chasing success because social media told you to, your energy will disappear. But when your work connects to your values, everything changes. Ask yourself, who am I becoming through this process? How will today's effort change my future? Who benefits when I refuse to quit? Purpose gives pain meaning. Without purpose, effort feels heavy. With purpose, effort feels worthwhile. Here's another secret. Your environment trains your brain even when you don't realize it. If your phone is beside you, your brain expects distraction. If your workspace is messy, your brain expects chaos. If unhealthy habits surround you, your brain follows the easiest option. Don't rely on self-control. Design your environment. Put distractions away. Keep your workspace clean. Prepare tomorrow's tasks tonight. Make good habits easier than bad ones. Your surroundings silently shape your decisions every single day. Let's talk about identity one more time. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your brain remembers. Every time you break one, it remembers that too. Self-confidence isn't built by thinking positive thoughts. It's built by keeping commitments. If you promise yourself 20 minutes of focused work, do it. If you promise yourself one chapter, finish it. Each completed promise strengthens trust between you and yourself. Eventually, discipline no longer feels forced. It becomes part of who you are. Finally, understand this. Hard work never becomes completely easy. Even the most successful people have days when they don't feel like showing up. The difference is they stopped treating feelings as instructions. They learned that emotions change. Commitment doesn't. Some mornings you'll feel inspired. Some mornings you'll feel exhausted. Work anyway. Not because you're ignoring your emotions, but because your future deserves consistency more than your present mood deserves comfort. Every time you choose effort over excuses, your brain becomes slightly stronger. Every difficult decision strengthens the next one. Every completed task teaches your mind that you are capable of more than it believed yesterday. That's how transformation happens. Not overnight, one decision at a time. Imagine yourself 1 year from today, not because you found some magical shortcut, not because life suddenly became easier, but because you trained your brain differently. The work that once felt impossible now feels normal. The habits you used to avoid have become automatic. The discipline you admired in others has quietly become part of your own identity. That transformation doesn't begin next Monday. It doesn't begin next month. It begins with the next difficult decision you make after this video ends. Your brain is always learning. The only question is what you're teaching it. Teach it that effort is rewarding. Teach it that discomfort creates growth. Teach it that keeping promises matters more than temporary feelings. Because the life you've been dreaming about isn't built by occasional motivation. It's built by a brain that has learned to love the process. And once you love the process, success is no longer something you chase. It becomes something you naturally create.